what is the trigger, or what triggered you to use social media or consider using social media?
For myself, like a lot of my clients are very, very busy, successful people that they like. My male population, they like to text me, do you have an appointment today? Or on Wednesday I have this half hour, and they love to, Kim's the one who made me get a BlackBerry. They almost robbed me one, they were shocked I didn't have one. But, and now I can't live without it, but because I can answer my clients' emails. But I did it so I could be more accessible to my clients, and my front desk wasn't working for me, and just so I could always be accessible to my clients at all times.
How much time per day do you spend texting and you sound like you spend quite a bit of time responding
I text very fast.
per day?
Yeah, the beauty of texting, there's no dear Mr. Smith.
Right.
Super. There's no Kimberly Cochran MD. There's yes, no, I don't think so. Yes, let me get it.
And then I have to decipher all that.
No, but I mean, there's an expectation of brevity.
Do
So
this-
you don't
do this
have to go
between
into
stitches.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. Yeah, I break scrub. Yeah, no, but like we are in dark rooms. We are with our patients, and something will come up. I'll walk out in the hallway, and between patients, I'll answer 2 or 3 texts, 4 or 5 emails. It takes me a minute.
How many people here have customers under 30? Hands up. So, I don't know if you know this, but they would much rather get a text than your phone call. Any day of the year.
I've had people with the under 30 crowd, I meet them, well, give me your card. I've gotten just Facebook me. And I don't carry business cards, and they're successful people, but they don't like to, it's like if you want to find me Facebook, and I've had people, it's like, okay, but then I've had them Facebook me, look my name up. I've had people text me and say, I couldn't find you on Facebook. And I said, Susan Norton, it's pretty easy. And then the next thing I know, they're friending me on Facebook, and it's hysterical. It's very different from the way I used to do business, has completely switched, and I need to.
And I'll just append that and say, this is the number, this isn't a plug for mobile anything, just in general, this is the #1 most preferred device for people under 30 years old in studies. Texting is the #1 form of communication for people under 28 years old. So that's how your customers want to engage with you, whether it's Facebook or texting,
Well,
if they're under a certain age. just
Well,
to be
if
clear.
they have teenagers, they definitely
Exactly.
text. I mean, you don't even talk to the kids, you just text.
I like to evoke a testimonial. My husband is over 30. I mean, you just said the other day about texting. What were you saying?
Texting's great. It's so quick. I mean, and I can shorthand and everything, shortcut, shorthand.
And that's, I think, a lot more people are doing texting. So I think saying limited to under
It
30.
doesn't take much time. It just-
Well, but also
It's not
in
like
this
you
area,
can't even text
a
that.
voicemail may show up 2 days later on AT&T. I can
Yeah.
testify to that. But I've never had a text message not go through instantaneously, as far as I can
Actually,
tell.
the statistic is 97% of text messages are read within 15 minutes or less. Whereas with email, only 1 in 5 of them get opened, much less read. Sorry.
Wow.
Well, what I was gonna say, because you beat me to the punch, but before doctor's appointments, they'd leave you a voicemail. This is a reminder that you have an appointment tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We should, I got a text from my dentist, your appointment's coming up in 2 days. And it wasn't like, call me back to confirm or else this appointment's gonna be dropped. And it's I think this day and age, we don't have enough time to do anything. So to have to listen to the voicemail, like plug in your password, listen to the voicemail, then call your doctor back to say, I got it. Where it's a text,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
see you then. And it's just
That's what we do,
instant.
by the way.
Yeah,
So
I
the-
loved it. I love it. It was the first time it happened to me. And I was
Cool.
like shocked. I got the text, I'm like, whoa, my doctor knows my
Awesome.
cell number.
Greg, you had some?
Yeah, so my category isn't it's not a Yelp category. I have a home care agency, seniors. What is the practical value of getting people to Yelp you for SEO purposes that would show up organically? You see what I'm saying? In other words, my client's not gonna go to Yelp to look up my
But who's the
category.
decision
But
maker?
they're,
But
it's
what
their
they're-
kids.
They're
The
caregivers?
kids, well,
Okay, so my female 45 to 65 looking for their parent.
Mhm.
I would
It's not my,
absolutely do that.
well, okay, so, but Yelp doesn't even have a category for my category, but that's another issue. Do you see what I'm saying? In other words, I'm not sure people will go to Yelp to look it up. It's not like a hair salon or a retail store that's got a lot of by its very nature.
Wait a minute, but because I take care of patients with end-stage multiple sclerosis,
Mhm.
brain tumors, I mean, really, really serious stuff, and they look on Yelp about me.
So I need to get I need to ask Yelp to give me a
Yeah.
category, probably, for one.
I
See what comes out.
was looking for an ear doctor in Seattle for a friend, and as I was Googling doctors, and I wanna know, he needs the kind of doctor that's gonna spend time, give attention, all of that. So as I'm looking under doctors, they had their Yelp scores, and I literally went to and I just Googled, Seattle ear doctor, but the ones that were on Yelp, their Yelp scores come up, and I love so-and-so because they paid so much attention to me.
Uh-huh.
And I read like 3 or 4 of those, and it was sold.
Done.
So you got your
She's-
Yelp information by searching Google and it
Yes.
came up organically?
Yes.
That was kind of my point, which is
Yes.
if I get Yelp reviews, even though my client may not go to Yelp, they're still gonna show up, right? If they-
Yelp does an unbelievable job in placing in Google. They do an amazing job.
So it's got a lot of practical value,
Yeah.
even if there's no category
Yeah.
for your.
They're not.
So when I asked the question triggers, there's a one singular trigger seems to be the most predominant from all the discussion, and that's convenience and accessibility. They seem to be the two words that clients or patients or customers of a business are looking for, is that convenience
And quickness.
and quickness and their time.